All right, take 199. That was it.
And you blame.
We figured it out.
Looking at me going, it's probably my little finger did something.
Figured it out.
Shame on you.
Welcome to another Woods Report.
Shame.
It does not like when both computers
are on the same
Wi-Fi.
So you usually be
on Xfinity.
Oh, because I'm with our number thing. Whatever. I say what it is.
That's what it was. So our subscribers are probably like, every time we go live and they have notification, they get a thing that says Woods are live.
Oh, okay.
So this is the 150th time that they've seen that we're live.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
But it would go off by itself though, or stop streaming?
It would stop streaming by itself.
Oh, and we found out we got a little timer at the top.
That's what it was.
I had to have my
We
phone.
found out we have a little timer at the top.
And you got to look coming soon.
And we have a thing here.
Be right back.
Let's see. Well, that's our regular thing. Starting soon. Oh, this is what it looks like now then, probably, huh? So let's do this. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. So then we have starting soon. Look at that, starting soon.
Okay.
And that's good. I know what we could use that for. When we're starting soon, we could put the mute on and then they'll see us coming. We don't have to show our faces. Ending soon, I'll never use that.
Okay.
Be right back could be when you get up and do stupid stuff
but you
in the middle
still.
of the
but
thing.
But you talk still.
That's true. All right, so that's it. It's fancy dancy. See, I went back live again, and now it's making me do that again.
But you're live over there.
I'm live over here. So now I'm happy. See, that's what I was looking for.
Oh.
See,
okay.
And that's what all that. We're talking about all this behind the scenes stuff because I'm waiting on people to get notifications that we're actually here now.
But it's not fooling them.
It's not fooling them.
That little bitty change, I could clunk you on the head because you're usually good at that.
I know. No, but how would I know that? It can't both be on the same Wi-Fi.
But how would it be different?
For some reason, it didn't like us both being on the same Wi-Fi.
Wow.
Yeah, it didn't like it.
Okay.
All right, so let's go right into the first story.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what you was talking about?
Yeah.
We was doing the whole thing and nobody was even listening.
Yeah, I think. And what you think, Kim? I don't know, girl. Whatever.
Nothing.
And then she said, "It's not recording. We just talking to ourselves. We just having our conversation like we normally do in the house." So.
All right, go ahead.
The View pull out some politics. There's still debates going on. So one debate we wanted to follow up. I think yesterday one of you guys said, "Hey, did you watch the Fetterman and the Oz?
Dr. Oz.
The Dr. Oz debate went on last night." Well, know the View gonna talk about it,
right.
So they basically gave their spiel on it. Everybody was, of course, on.
Were they positive
Fetterman,
on both?
Fetterman team. Alyssa brought up some good points though. She said, "I'm gonna be a little different than you guys, not because she's a Republican or she loves Oz,
right?
But she said that." That Oz was pretty clear on some policies and what he's going to put in place. She said Fetterman has to make sure he's really clear as well on his policies and what he's going to put in place.
Thing. They not clear.
They did ask him a question. I want you to show a little bit of clip of their of the View's take on the debate.
Okay,
because I think Fetterman kind of stumbled on.
All right. You stumbling now? Explain it.
I know. All right, I can remember what he said.
I want you to
let's see,
because Fetterman was stumbling.
Stumbling like I'm doing.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead.
The stage in the race for the Pennsylvania seat that could tip the balance of power in the Senate, and Fetterman started by acknowledging his medical issues. Take a look.
I had a stroke. He's never let me forget that. And I might miss some words during this debate. mush two words together, but it knocked me down, but I'm going to keep coming back up.
As a physician, I've been in the room when there's some difficult conversations happening. I don't want the federal government involved with that at all. I want women, doctors, local political leaders, letting the democracy that's always allowed our nation to thrive, to put the best ideas forward so states can decide for themselves.
You said, quote, I don't support fracking at all. So how do you square the two?
I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
Donald Trump has supported you. He has endorsed you. Why won't you fully commit to supporting him in 2024?
Oh, I do. I would support Donald Trump if he decided to run for president.
The audience, of course, is on side. See, I did that corner one too for some reason.
Well, of course they gonna side because most of the people that's in there is liberal.
Joy was like, that's a deal breaker for me. Well, if you gonna stand there and say I'm supporting that crazy man.
First of all,
I don't care how good you are. Oz did help her and her friend get some medical direction for something. So she said, I don't know. He's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Right. Which Oz am I getting? I don't know.
Well, first of all, let's start off with, hey, Wendy. Wendy said, hello, stars.
Hey, ladies.
She said it, ladies.
No, I said, hey, lady.
Uh-huh. It took a lot of courage for him to do what he did. That shows he's no quitter. So probably talking about Fetterman.
Yeah.
And the quack said he supports Donna Khan. Mm-hmm. And she says full of it eyes. So we see whose side you on, Wendy.
George said Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
So
Hyde.
first of all, let's talk about the fact that does Fetterman even know what fracking is?
Yeah, he's made a comment about it before.
So why did he get tongue twisted?
I don't know, and that was the point that they were making. Okay, yeah, he messed up right there because they know what his views are on fracking, and they both. Alyssa brought up good points. She said they both had made comments where they were not the right information.
Right.
Now he's been clear on it. I don't know why he felt at that moment nervous or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Joyce
and then Oz. When they were asking him about the abortion thing.
Yeah, as a doctor.
In other words, he's saying it should be left up to each state.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty much what he said.
And Sarah was like, really, doctor? You know, as a doctor, your patient and their decision with them is very important. And you're going to pull in some outside sources to help make those decisions as well. So she's thinking he's full of it when it comes to that.
And Oz has to support Trump. Because
no, he don't.
No, he has to, and where he's at.
He could have been a bobblehead like DeSantis and not answer.
Where he's at, it's Trumpsters that will be the ones that's voting for him.
Well, I don't know.
So he has to say yes.
Yeah.
And then the other people will vote for him just because he's Republican.
Well, Sonny did say she built Fetterman's resume. Mm-hmm. I didn't know he had even attended Harvard for some as far as whatever his degree was or whatever that is. She mentioned that he was a mayor. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was a lieutenant governor or something.
I ask you a
so
question?
He has very good political background, and he is very connected to the people more so than Oz.
But let me ask you a question.
Well, before you go on, Joy says, be careful though with the Oz's and the Katie Katie and even Trump.
Right.
They're
entertainers.
They're entertainers. They're TV people.
Right.
Hey, I know how. Fetterman's not. He's just down to earth. Hey, this is what I stuttered a little bit. Yeah, I got a little nervous. I had a stroke, but I can still do my job.
Right.
This man he don't even live in the state.
What thing that I'm saying is, Sonny shouldn't have to build his resume. He should build his resume.
His resume is being built, but this is The View. The View is giving their opinions on it, and that's why Alyssa jumped in.
But he shouldn't be talking about all that stuff while they was there.
He don't have to.
He should say he was mayor and all this other stuff.
No, he don't have to because the debate didn't ask those questions. That's what I was saying.
No, you don't have to ask.
I needed to hear that from her because I don't follow Fetterman. I don't know where he went to school.
But you should.
I know Oz.
Look.
And that's what Joy was saying.
This is what I'm telling you.
We know these entertainers because of them being on TV. We don't know Fetterman.
Can I ask you
so that was a plus for
Okay,
Oz.
I got you.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is, and you huffing and all this, that's what I'm saying, the reason why the Democrats are weak. Nobody should have to ask you. Republicans, whenever they get on the stage and you ask them a question, they don't even answer the question. They'll talk about stuff that has nothing even to do with the question because they want to have talking points and they want it drilled in your head over and it's just like Trump. He wanted to drill in your head not to trust the media. If they asked him any question, he always went back to that crooked media. We're not even asking you about that, sir. It doesn't matter. You guys are crooked. So that catchphrases and things that they keep saying over and over and over and over again is what sticks in people's heads.
Sonny did bring up a good point, though, regardless of what you're saying, because we didn't watch the debate, so we honestly can't give our own. I didn't. I only watched that little bit of clip you guys just saw. I didn't.
Okay.
But I'm going by what the ladies at the table said. Alyssa was real. She said Fetterman still has to be careful to be real clear about his policies and what he's going to do to fix some things. Oz had messed up too. He had some lies that they did some fact checker. They both had issues that they needed. She didn't think either one as far as winning.
Right.
Sonny said, well, regardless of how you feel, he made over $1 million just after that alone. So he got sympathy votes probably. Oh, you hanging in there, Fetterman. I'm going to vote for you. So they're already seeing the numbers building for Fetterman. So again, like Whoopi said, we don't know where race is going to go.
Okay.
Fetterman got some brownie points from last night.
So why are you for Fetterman?
Here's the thing. I never liked Oz.
Okay, so say
I was
that.
never an Oz lover.
Okay.
I always thought that there was things that Oz put out there that was not always true, that he would, people would challenge him. He had some lawsuits even against him about some stuff that he puts out there. I'm grateful that I look at Oprah she's the real reason why he and Dr. Phil are even known. Nobody knew Oz before Oprah endorsed him. But a lot of times when you start hearing a lot of people are saying, first of all, he doesn't connect to the people like Fetterman to me seems like down home. In the Pennsylvania person down in the grounds with you getting dirty. Oz is like, excuse me, let me clean my shirt. I gotta put my suit on.
Okay.
You know, like, of course, the man that he's going to be endorsing for president. The fact that you even
man he's endorsing the president is opposite of what you just said.
The funny thing
he's a moron.
But even in the moron stage, it sounds crazy, you guys. Trump, like Joy said, how she liked Trump even over DeSantis.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like Oz. I feel like there's some hidden agenda for him. He don't care.
You feel like Oz is like DeSantis to you?
No, I think DeSantis cares a little more than Oz does. I don't think Oz really cares. I think it's a political position for him. And he's known and he's out there. I don't really think he cares like he says he does.
So Wendy says they said it will be at least 6 months before he stops doing that, but he will recover. I think the Wizard of Oz was bullying. That was Fetterman. He's a punk.
The Wizard of Oz.
And Wendy says, remember, I'm from Philly. He's got a good reputation here, especially with regular folks, like kind of what Lenora said.
Okay.
Kind of a down-home guy, roll his sleeves up.
Yeah, I'll get in there with you and get dirty.
Fetterman is pretty straight up, constantly has his boots on the ground. And I like real people, consistent real people. So kind of y'all saying the same thing. Oz doesn't seem real
Oz
to
is
you.
out of touch.
Okay.
And Joyce says, I don't know, as a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which one am I getting?
Well, then he should have, hopefully then the people, because Philly, like you said, if you're from Philly, Wendy, they liked Obama.
Yeah.
They like people that's like, oh, I can have a cup of coffee with you, you know, so.
I wish he was just more clear on that question on fracking. Because he stumbled a lot. And he did what people probably, the negative side or the opposite side was waiting for him to do.
Right.
Aha!
Right.
It's that stroke problem,
and that's what I'm saying. And he can't afford to do that. Right. He can't afford to do that. Oz can. When you were saying both of them had it.
Yeah.
But Oz doesn't. He didn't have a stroke. So he can afford to say something, you know, or not say something.
Okay.
So this is going to be a close race then.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to be up all night. This one, that's Stacey Abrams and that other guy and the Val lady with
everybody's watching this closely.
It's so many races that's going to be, everybody going to have their popcorn and ready to go. Bubbling Herschel Walker that we'll talk about later today.
Gosh.
All of them.
Okay.
Everybody's going to be right on point to find out what's going on.
What's being said.
Nothing. All right. Nope, that's what she
Okay.
said. Oh, Wendy said he had a brain freeze.
Yeah,
Right. But you can't have that not when you had a stroke.
See, that's just wrong.
Okay. Because everybody's going to be looking for it.
But you know what? If you go and look at where he actually has his comments on fracking, I'm sure he's made his what his
but
policy
then that's
is
what
on
right
it.
I'm saying if he didn't have a brain freeze he could have said that.
God, yeah.
He could have said, look up my record, I'm not going to keep repeating myself over and over again. But he went humming.
Yes, I agree with fracking.
And what now this is where I disagree with you when you saying Oz, because Comb Over would have taken advantage of that.
Yes, he
would have said, we'll take our time and let you.
But that's the presidential level that he was. And
okay.
Oz has already been teased about messing with Fetterman.
Oh.
He can't afford to do that no more.
Because I'm saying Trump would have just been like, let's just pause for a second and give him
some
time. You want some water,
Fetterman?
You want some water, Fetterman?
Is the screen bigger? Is the screen big enough? Can you see?
And the audience would have been.
They would laugh. That's Trump for you.
Yeah. He would have said, stop pressuring him. Let him answer.
Like he was walking behind
Hillary.
He was walking
and Hillary was like,
you stuck. Get away, you crazy.
Nobody has ever done that.
Oh my God.
Who leaves their podium and walks behind the person while they talking?
You gotta love it.
He did it.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So that's Trump.
I get it.
So
that's why Joyce said. And
he's a showboat.
And she said, be careful. She said she felt bad for Fetterman because you think about it, Oz is TV.
Yeah.
Trump is television.
So we'll
Katie Lace, whatever her name is, Lake,
yeah,
television.
So we'll see.
We know when the cameras turn
Wendy
on.
says he said he might get stuck on a few words straight up. So,
yeah.
Or just say that. Yeah. While he was getting stuck on a few words, he could have said, guys, remember I told you? Here it is.
Remember, but he has to
see you messing it up.
He has to be quick.
But you making it
That's
worse
why
for
Joyce said that.
Yeah.
Joyce said she feels bad for Fetterman because he's not quick.
That's you making it worse.
Joyce said, what was the word she said?
You making
slick.
it worse.
She said he ain't slick like that.
You making
Whereas
it worse.
Oz and them are slick. No, it'll come out in due time. His record.
The problem, the thing that helps him is he's not running for president.
Yeah.
For some reason, people think president has his finger on that button that's going to destroy the world, and they wouldn't want to put that on somebody who's like,
But Carrie, what's her name that came on later?
Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington. Our what's her character name in what you call Elizabeth Pope. Olivia Pope. Sorry, she pretty much stated people need to understand the local government is very important.
It's
your
more important.
Mayors, your judges, your aldermen, your senators, all of that as well. We keep looking at the big giant president in the sky.
Yes.
Your local is just as important.
Yes.
She had to constantly say that too.
Yes.
And that's why she's doing her road trip to even talk about that.
Wendy says, oh my God, Kim's laughs just like my mother. She doesn't laugh, she hollers. You sure that's not Lenore?
Oh, I don't know. She saw whoever's mouth was yipping out. So okay.
All right, so that's that one.
So that's the one debate they
that was all
about.
They said about that?
Pretty much.
All right, so what about this?
The second debate, I guess there's a debate of a governor of New York.
New York
and
governor.
You know this hits home for them because most of them all live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So of course the big thing with crime.
Yep.
And they did talk about they didn't say so much numbers, and they probably did numbers and percentages, but I wasn't writing numbers down. Anytime you shoot out percentages, I don't think know. Oh wow, 55%.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in certain states, in a lot of the cities and states with the high percentages of crime.
Mm-hmm.
They was talking in their debate about how they would handle crime, but I just wanted for you to play what they talked. The what's his name? It was Governor Kathy Herschel, if I say her name right, Herschel, and Republican U.S. Rep Lee Zeldin. They had a good debate going on, and he made some comments that make you go, "Really, dude?"
All right, let's
go ahead. The second one.
Republicans are running with the law and order messages going into the midterms, and it was one of the big talking points for the Republican challenger in the New York governor's race, Lee Zeldin, who said Governor Kathy Hochul is soft on the issue. Take a look.
You can either work on keeping people scared, or you can focus on keeping them safe. There is no crime-fighting plan if it doesn't include guns, illegal guns, and you refuse to talk about how we can do so much more.
Unfortunately, Kathy Hochul believes that the only crimes that are being committed are these crimes with guns. And you got people who are afraid of being pushed in front of oncoming subway cars. They're being stabbed, beaten to death on the street with hammers.
Knowing what you know now, would you vote to certify the results of the 2020 election?
Well, the vote was on 2 states, Pennsylvania and Arizona. The issue still remains today.
If you lose this election, do you promise to abide by the results?
Well, first off, losing is not an option. Secondly, playing along with your hypothetical question, of course.
Ha!
So,
Joy in the back.
one of the things people.
All right, so what's up with them?
The thing is with him, and he's against as being on the Republican side, he's against the gun thing and not banning that one weapon that just recently shot some kids in St. Louis.
Now he's Republican and she's Democrat.
Yeah, she's the current governor. And
Oh.
they're saying how soft she is on crime.
Okay.
They went back and forth on the issues with crime in a lot of the cities, and a lot of the larger cities are Republican states. But Alyssa said, keep in mind, a lot of these Republican states with these high numbers in crime are Democratic governors over them.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go back and forth on, oh, it's because of this. No, it's because of this. It's both sides, because you can't just say that's a Republican state. Well,
Okay.
who is the mayors and the governors? They're Democratic, like Chicago.
Right.
So, and I think most of Chicago is a Democratic state, which you think is not a Republican state. So
Chicago is Democrat.
Maybe they're thinking of those red states that are actually
the Bible Belt.
Yeah, those kind of states. But it's crime everywhere. So they went back and forth on their view on how crime is hard to put a actual plan.
Mm-hmm.
What Kathy actually has.
Why is that not hard to put a plan together?
Well, that's what Whoopi said. She said, dude, you pointing at Kathy, you. She said, I can honestly hear she has a plan. You may not agree with it, but she actually has a plan.
What is her plan?
What's his plan? Well, she has one, but we have to go
okay.
to her. I'm not going into details because that didn't talk about it. You have to go to their platform and hear.
Okay.
She may have mentioned a few things.
Okay.
But she's saying as far as not putting fear into people, but guns is one of the things. Is banning that one gun. But he was saying that it's not just gun-related crimes. He actually, Alyssa had to bring it up. He actually was stabbed.
That's what I'm saying. Why did they keep
doing the political situation?
Most people that
he actually had gunshots near his home.
Yeah.
That could have hit his home. And
most people attacked on the train is not with a gun.
Right.
It's
But
with
that
knives
wasn't the
and stuff.
point, though. He doesn't have a plan regardless.
Oh, well, yeah, if he doesn't have a
That's what Whoopi
plan.
said. Guns, knives, pushing me down, stealing
Okay,
carjacking. What is your plan,
But here's the
dude? And
Democrats.
he has no plan.
Here's the reason why Democrats irritate me too. Every time we ask for your plan, it can't be gun. You get rid of the gun.
That was one of them, though. She has other plans. Alyssa brought up what their plans are.
Oh.
She said, keep in mind that the Republican Senate is trying to get this through. Not so much their plan. Whoopi said was his plan.
Right.
But she said more grants to police funding. And not defunding them, but more plans to do that. More grants.
For them to have
more grants, for
mental
that.
officers that work with people
See,
with
we
mental
kind
health
of all
issues.
agree with
Yeah.
that. It's just how to use that money.
You don't
defund them.
You don't storm a house or do things and with somebody who's mentally ill the way you would a regular criminal.
Right.
There's a way you need to talk. You need officers
And you need to
who
work
have
together.
the ability to do that.
More grants for detectives, she's saying.
Yeah.
Need to look into why rape kits go unprocessed for so long.
Yes.
So she's saying that's part of the Republicans'
Or
plan.
add more officers, like she said, detectives for cold cases.
Right, exactly. Sarah did bring up a good point, though. She said, keep in mind, you guys, when the statistics are not giving us true numbers on some of these crimes in these cities, a lot of times, because she's a statistic person, she likes numbers.
Right.
I like to see Chicago,
Right.
New York, Philadelphia. What are the numbers? If they're not truly putting in the right numbers of these, they're not actually reporting these crimes, they're letting them go, or they're not actually putting them in the system. She said the federal FBI has even changed how they're booking crimes and how they're listing them, how they're categorizing them. So you got to look at the numbers. And then Sunny comes as a prosecutor. She says it's pretty much on record when a crime happens, it has to go in the system right away as whatever crime that is. The problem is she's thinking they're fudging the numbers. She didn't say that
Of
word.
course, they're
fudging,
not telling numbers
because
true.
they got to. If let's say, for example, they got $5 million and they want to make sure they keep that $5 million, your crime can be high.
The same way schools used to just move people along, they probably still do.
And even with COVID,
pass people so that you can't say you had this many people that are failures.
Exactly. Or even with COVID, how many COVID related? They fudged the numbers. We really got 20%, but it's 75%.
Yeah.
But Sarah said, okay, if that's a problem, I mean, if that's a problem with how it's not being listed
Reported.
into the system, recorded, she said that's another problem then that we need to solve. And they all had to go, yeah.
And one of the things they need to do, and I don't know how many times we keep saying this, is it needs to be a national police system. I shouldn't do a crime in one state,
right?
Go over to another state and you don't know nothing about it.
In the system at all.
Just like medical, you should be able to get your medical report anywhere you go.
And they
same
don't.
thing should be for your police
and the medical.
report.
It's not true,
right? You should be able to though.
Some of the medical people, not to digress, but some of the medical places that I signed up, oh no, we got our own system.
No, you got to.
So I got to go to my old doctor and get records of what happened to me there.
Yeah.
So you will have it. Why can't y'all have a general system over the country?
Same thing
with what is going on with Lenore.
Well, we already know 666 is coming because they already talk about tagging babies going forward.
Yeah,
they
sure did say
you get tagged right when you come in,
when you're born.
So they'll draw your DNA, and your DNA is in the system.
It's in the system.
If you,
whether you're a criminal or not,
jaywalk, they're gonna run your DNA. Oh, I see you've been jaywalking your whole life, huh, Charlie?
But this is my first crime.
It doesn't matter, Charlie. We see everything about you. Let's see, you went to school here because we see your DNA. Your DNA, that's your fingerprint.
So I'm wondering when she said more grants for, like, the FBI is national. You would think definitely more money, like you're saying, where any state you're in, if you do a crime, you are in the system. Because Dahmer went to more than one state. He wasn't just in Wisconsin. He came to Illinois.
So I think that would be the thing.
So, okay.
So let's see. Let's go back. Wendy's talking about love to hear my mom laugh. It used to make me laugh. She's in the laugh. The Wizard of Oz said that people in Philadelphia are afraid to let their children go outside and play. That's a lie. Even in the roughest parts has completely out of touch with reality. He's completely out of touch. When they're out of touch, they know nothing. I thought Chicago was the most dangerous place in the world until I went there. I loved it. It depends on where you go. Some systems, many celebrities get tags put in the heel of their infant so they can locate them. Wow. Which makes sense. Even though you would hate to do that, but as a celebrity,
do it with your pets.
People do it. Well, this one guy made a joke and said, when you had those little tiny dogs, you'll just follow him in the coyote's belly.
I know.
Because that's where he is.
One of my vendors, not to digress, I got to tell this story.
He's in a coyote's belly.
Their dogs was tagged. They had the invisible fence, okay?
Which leaves nothing from coming in.
Wonderful for your dog. Right. Wonderful.
If anything, he can't get away. Because he can only run in the yard.
But the thing is, his little dog going out that little day, was it a coyote, I think?
That coyote was looking
coyote, he heard the dog was in the mouth and he running. That little fence didn't scare him.
That coyote.
He said he probably felt bad because not only was he in the coyote's mouth, but he got shocked
going
out of the yard.
So I'm being eaten and shot as I'm being taken out of the yard.
It felt so bad. But the coyote came and that little tag was just gone and it was in some coyote's mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you're right.
So the tag don't do nothing if he eaten by a...
But if he's stolen like that lady's dog, he was on the back seat of her car.
Yeah, if he's stolen.
And that lady was fighting that. She broke a finger trying to fight that carjacker. And he was dragging her in the car.
And she never did find it, did she?
I don't think they found that dog.
That man probably killed that dog, threw it away or something.
Sold it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you could still have the tags, but
yeah,
if somebody's up to no good, it's just gonna lead you to where it is.
Yeah,
you know,
and it may not be alive.
That's what I'm saying. So whether it's animal or human or whatever, but I understand if they get lost, like in the store or something, like a car.
Yeah,
you out in the parking lot and you clicking the
or
thing.
if they've been kidnapped.
Yeah,
you know, beep someone's basement. God forbid.
Yeah. So,
oh Lord, okay.
But I understand why people. But that's what they're gonna have, the DNA going forward. Okay. Let's see. Many celebrities get the thing. Okay, so that was it for that. Did they say anything else about these people?
No, that was it.
I don't think I'm gonna watch this one. I don't care about who wins this one.
What do you mean?
Remember I was saying that election night?
The governor's debate?
Yeah, I don't care. It's going to be some people we're going to watch.
I think
Stacey Abrams I'm watching.
Think about this, you guys. Regardless of what side you're on, people are going to be watching to see if their party wins. Yeah. Whether they like the person or not.
Right.
They want to say, oh, another Republican. Check.
Right.
Oh, a Democratic one this time. Check.
And to me, because I'm not Republican or Democrat, there might be some races where I want a Republican to win.
Yeah.
And there might be some races where I want a Democrat to win. But
yeah.
there's only one that for sure I want to win, and that's Stacey Abrams. Now, do I think she will win? I don't know. I don't care if Womack wins. I'm sorry. I think Mushmouth is going to win.
You think Herschel will?
Yeah, I think Herschel going to win. And that serves Georgia right. Well, if they let him win.
We'll see.
But I think he's going to win.
And you said another, when we get to, is that your segue into him?
Who?
About Herschel?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's go into.
I don't know after you give this
let's go into
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Another notch.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Mushmouth. Unnamed woman alleges Herschel Walker pressured her into an abortion.
Why is she unnamed?
In 1993. Because you get death threats if you come out and say who you are.
Oh, my goodness. But she's going to have to come out.
Well, a woman who claims she was in a years-long romantic relationship with Herschel Walker says the Republican Senate nominee for Georgia pressured her into having an abortion in 1993. She announced at a press conference on Wednesday. The woman referred to as Jane Doe. You know people who really name Jane Doe? I bet you they sick of that.
Why would they even be named Jane Doe?
Because your last name could be Doe.
I know, but don't say Jane.
No, your mom named you Jane.
Oh, see, that's wrong.
Yeah.
You know that name is being used as generic as it is.
But you was Jane Doe before they started using that.
I don't know, because how long ago did they use Jane Doe?
I don't know.
Y'all look that up.
To protect her identity. Just like Karens are mad. Because every time you say Karen.
I would think Jody or something.
It's Karen.
Because we know too many Karens of different races.
But that's the joke.
They need a name that's mostly white women name, right?
Yeah, like Becky or something.
It's
Karen.
We had a Becky at our college. She was black,
attended the press conference virtually with her lawyer, Gloria Alford. Oh, Lord, Gloria Alford.
Okay, she's on it.
And read her statement. Her voice was heard, but her face was not shown. Oh, she got Gloria on the case.
But you know what, Kim?
Doe said she Doe.
You know.
Doe said that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Doe said she decided to tell her story now to highlight that she said is Walker's hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm.
He has publicly taken the position that he is about life and against abortion under any circumstance, when in fact he pressured me to have an abortion and personally ensured that it occurred by driving me to the clinic and paying for it, said Doe.
Mm-hmm.
At a campaign event in Georgia prior to the press conference, Walker called the allegations a lie.
You know what? It just hit me. If Herschel Walker, at the very beginning of him running and being a part of this political move, if he would have came out and said, in
the past,
thank you, that was the past. I did do that.
And I feel bad about it.
So bad
I don't want people to feel the way I felt.
But God helped me.
Delivered.
And I got set free.
And I don't want people to feel the way I felt about it.
Yes.
Regret.
But
Mushmouth can't do that.
See what pride does?
That's pride.
If he would have humbled himself, and if it was really true, of course.
But this is the man
that said, I'm a changed man now. That was back in my football days. And I was like, hey, I'm getting it on tonight.
This is the sheriff and all this other stuff. He's the guy that lies about everything. He's an astronaut. He's a fireman.
You see what God says.
He's an ice cream store maker.
If you humble yourself,
yeah,
I will Come on,
He's
now.
a clothes designer.
If he would have just
He's
came
everything.
real,
Yeah.
no, I wasn't a police officer. They asked me to help them out one day. I felt so honored that I called myself.
I know
people go, "Oh, we understand."
I was a fireman. I helped get a cat out of a tree one time.
And they said, "We're going to make you an honorable firefighter."
And they
Herschel
gave
Walker.
me this badge, and he pulls the badge out.
God.
Yeah, he's
He could have avoided all of this.
I own my own ice cream shop. With a guy that one day asked him to stand in for him for a day, and he ran the ice cream shop. And now he owns an ice cream shop.
Yeah, there was a number of ladies in my life. I admit, in fact, I had a harem of them.
Yeah.
God has delivered me and set me free. He'll do the same for you.
I don't even remember the number of women I drove to the abortion clinic.
Thank you. Oh, God.
I had the abortion clinic on speed dial.
Yes. See, the doctor was my friend. You got any more ladies you want to send our way?
I was doing 2-for-1 specials.
Thank you. If he would have said all of that, you guys, at the beginning, nobody could come at him.
And with all of that, it means absolutely nothing. Because if you are Republican, you are going to vote for Mushmouth. Mm-hmm. All you care about is that he's going to do what you tell him to do.
They want a Republican
in
that seat.
If somebody showed up tomorrow with no head and said he cut my head off a month ago.
You know what, though? Okay, let's do this.
And a mad scientist put it in a jar, and here it is right here. Don't vote for him. They'll say, well, what did you do for him to cut your head off? That's number one.
You did something to him.
And we'll address that after the election.
Let's think. Let's be creative. Is there anything?
Nothing.
Even if it goes back to how you said Adidas tie in with the whole Holocaust thing.
Nothing.
If they tie into Hitler.
No.
If they tie into even their family did some of the
killings.
They'll still vote for him.
Trump.
I don't think they won't vote then.
Trump. Your wife is ugly. Ted Cruz. Well,
that's different.
No, it's not.
That's different. I'm saying if with all that's going on with Kanye and all of the anti-Semitism, if he ties into even the ugliest crime to a people, you think they'll still vote for him?
Yes.
Wow.
They have to. It doesn't matter. This country, and that's on both sides. This country is party driven.
That's sad.
To the point to it doesn't matter what the person does.
Your morals, your everything is just thrown out the window.
If we do get rid of you, it'll be after you're elected, and we'll replace you with another Republican.
Yeah.
Not until after that election.
You in that seat right now.
We need you in that seat. So, Wendy says, my son friend's 5-year-old little girl is still missing. That's sad.
Oh no!
And that's why I hate when Kanye says his daughter was kidnapped.
That's not.
There's real people whose kids are actually kidnapped.
They're dealing with that.
And then she said he's a buffoon for Herschel Walker.
Yes.
So there's nothing you can do.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do.
That's real sad though.
I don't know.
Party overtakes.
She can come out and say everything she wants, honey. There's nothing.
You'll still call her a liar.
She's a liar.
Okay.
Even if the doctor came out and said, I actually saw him there, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he signed a check and everything.
Yeah.
He paid us.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
That's real sad.
So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
They don't have mine on because I can't see the other one.
They don't care.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right. So the next story is Ashanti. She finally comes out and says something about what Irv Gotti was saying. Remember Irv Gotti was running his mouth, talking about how he was with Ashanti when she was younger.
I wonder why she's talking now.
Because he did a documentary on it. He did stories on it. And she said enough is enough. She's tired of him.
Okay.
And she pretty much said, she was on Angie Martinez's show. She pretty much, honestly, almost called him Kanye. He's narcissistic and he has a mental issue.
She said that?
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, she
says, I think Irv definitely has his side, his version. Ashanti said when asked to directly address Irv's claim that they had a sexual relationship. You know, like you may think that it's something and the other person knows that it's not. And you manifest this thing into something big and it's really not that. And when that person finally realizes that it's not that, it turns into a completely into a completely different person. Ashanti said she was asked to be part of the BET Murder Inc. docuseries, but declined. She called Irv a narcissist who constantly spoke down on her and would tell her he made her effable. Wow. Ashanti is finally telling her side of the story in regard to the drama sparked by Irv Gotti, gloating about their alleged sexual relationship in a now infamous episode on Drink Champs.
Right.
Everybody drink too much. See, Drink Champs.
That's the
That's what Kanye.
That's their goal.
That's they think.
Because once you
drunk,
get liquor in
and then you say everything.
That's
brilliant show. Then
that's stupid.
Because that gets people drunk.
That's stupid though.
Angie Martinez on Tuesday, October 25th. Angie Martinez debuted a teaser for her upcoming interview with Ashanti for the Angie Martinez IRL podcast. The snippet finds the singer addressing Irv's scandalous claims. It was surprising to me, Ashanti said of Irv bringing up 2-decade-old dirt. Mm-hmm. Irv has flat out lied about a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Irv Gotti had the internet going nuts back in August when he appeared on Drink Champs podcast, spilled the tea about his alleged sexual relationship with Ashanti when she was signed to Murder Inc. in the early 2000s while Irv was still technically married. He was married, period.
Yes.
The one thing you got to know about me, I am cool in my gangster, Irv said in a radio interview. I am cool with who I am in person. That gives me the ability to talk about the things that normal person won't talk about. I don't care. It's my truth. It's my life. It's my story. This is what happened. See, that's why I'm saying that's that narcissism.
Yeah. It's gonna take you.
Yes.
Get you. It's gonna be a big fall for him.
Shanti says it's giving obsessed. It's giving you stressed. It's giving you pressed. She croons. It's giving you this blank and missing the best. Let's go. But it's been 20 years, Negro. Please say less. We can see all your tears while you beating on your chest. So in other words, it's 20 years, dude. Why are you still talking about that?
I don't know. That's the alcohol in him makes him feel like that was a big story.
But yeah, she pretty much was saying.
So she's saying he lied.
He lied. Well, he's a narcissist. He's making it more than what it was. He's making that little thing they had more than what it was.
Did they have a little thing? Though?
Of course, they probably did. Everybody thinks they did.
And that's the sad thing about it. I wish that she can honestly say they didn't.
Yes.
And he was liking her and she didn't like him, so he made it look like, he was in control of
yes.
it. Wow.
Wendy says she was 21 and he was married. Yes, she was young. And he was married. Mm-hmm. So just shut up, Earl.
I know. So finally she speaks.
Finally. She's never said anything. So she finally said something.
Okay.
So everybody's all happy that she finally spoke out. But we already know he's a narcissist. So you didn't say anything.
So the purpose of that show is to get people a little tipsy.
It's to get people.
To tell the little tales.
To get people
tipsy
drunk.
Tipsy and tales.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm looking on here because remember I said it shows you the time?
Yeah.
Where is it showing?
You got the thing open. It's that other screen. Your screen is different.
Oh, here it is. It's right there.
Where?
Right here. 42.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's that one. CFG Bank lands naming rights for Baltimore Arena. Oakview Group and CFG Bank announced a multi-year naming rights deal for the 60-year-old Baltimore Sports and Entertainment Arena that OVG is renovating and expects to open in February 2023. I've put this story on here because it's being funded by Kevin Durant and Pharrell.
Okay, why Kevin Durant? Is he from Baltimore area?
He must be. Is Kevin Durant from Baltimore, y'all? Let me see. I knew you was going to ask me that. Let me see.
Well, because, that's the good question.
I hate when you ask stuff
think
like
about
that.
This. She pulls this story up, and then she says who the two people are. Wouldn't we want to know why?
D.C.
Okay. Why would we want to know that he is giving money to a Baltimore area?
Well, it's kind of maybe common sense, maybe, that he's from there.
I don't know. He could be nearby and maybe he has some roots there.
And Pharrell is Virginia.
Okay.
So that's still that same DMV.
Okay, East Coast. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the DMV area. So they both from that area.
Okay.
So $200 million in total. They're going to redo this arena, and it's going to be a sports and a arena for them to have like concerts and stuff. I wanted to put this out there because of all the stuff that's going on. We're hearing about with Kanye, and he's a nut job. I wanted to show that there are still black men who are doing inroads and getting these things done.
That's what we wanted to hear with Kanye.
Yes.
Because he had the billions to do it. And if he would have kept his record clean, people would be okay to connect with him.
Right.
And to collaborate with him and to go in with him to buy these major buildings and companies and organizations and not sit there and be having a tantrum because you're jealous.
And it said OVG, which is the company, focused on diversity in financing the project. They wanted Harbor Bank of Maryland, a black bank, headquartered in Baltimore, serving as a member of the loan syndicate led by Trust Bank. That's how you get stuff done.
Thank you.
You open an arena, you have a black bank be the ones to back it, to help back it, be on the board. Damon Dash told Kanye, when Kanye came down, I watched the interview with Damon Dash, and because Kanye loves Damon Dash.
Okay.
He called Damon, and he said, guess what? I got a deal with Gap. With the Gap. And Damon said, are you on the board? And Kanye said, no. He said, then you work for Gap.
Thank you.
And they can fire you when they want to.
Thank you.
And what just happened?
They fired him because they wanted to.
You have no, he told him, don't sign nothing. Don't go into these deals until you have power. He said, what you did was you have a child. He said, your baby, that's your project. That's your baby. That's your child. And you gave it to somebody else and they gave you some money for it. And then they told you, you can tell us what to do with the baby. But the minute we stop wanting to hear from you, we're going to tell your child what to do. And you're going to stand back and watch. And that's exactly what they did.
Remember the movie that Tyler Perry had, a Family That Prays?
Yes.
Prey. And the who played the mom, what's her name? I can't remember her. Catherine.
I know he's talking about.
Okay. Her son was trying to underhandedly take over the company. She has silent partners, which was her good friend, black lady. I can't think of her name as an actress.
You know.
And her another young man that they had fired years ago.
Yeah.
Kept them as silent
You
partners.
have to.
So when time came for her to have that vote, for that company not to be taken over by her son,
she had it.
Those silent partners came on in and sat at the table and say, oh no, you are competent to take this on.
And the government, if it's a case like Elon Musk, well, I want to buy Twitter or whatever, and I own the majority of the stock, I almost have to get the government involved so he can't take it.
Thank you. Because it monopolized. You can't, the company does watch out for monopoly. When you take over
Wendy
and you
said
control.
Kathy
Banks, thank you. Because that was one of the movies I did like about him because he has some very good actors in here.
Yes. Damon Dash told him that's how. See, he's such a genius.
People
that he didn't even listen to Damon Dash.
People, those of you who are supporting him and getting on the Amen train, that was word right there.
Alpha Woodard is your other one.
Alpha Woodard, thank you, Alfie Woodard.
Thanks, Wendy.
That was confirmation that I had said in my spirit. I had felt like God was given opportunities for Kanye to advance and go through the doors, sitting on the boards for companies that he helps and that's helping him. But because of the controlling spirit,
narcissism
from even Candace feeding it,
but
making it a monster.
They told him, Damon told him, Sway told him when he was complaining, he said, why don't you do your own? And then they come to you and then they give you money, but it's yours. You don't have the answer, Sway. Sway do got the answer.
See?
So I'm saying all of this. I brought this up because I want to show that not all black men are narcissistic and stupid.
Yeah.
Some understand how to move in business.
Yes.
Congratulations, Kevin Durant
and
Pharrell.
Thank you.
And the Black Baltimore
Banks.
Harbor Bank of Maryland.
Thank you. Yes. You're doing things.
You're doing things.
You're making
I
things
love
happen.
it.
And
you're on these boards,
Yes.
and your hand is in it.
Yes.
So that if, let's say, for the sake of argument, Pharrell says something or Durant says something and you don't like it, okay, well, you're not canceling me. Or you going to cancel this $1 billion stadium that's in Baltimore because my hand is in it. I own it.
A lot of people of color are taking advantages of those doors opening for them. If they are not by themselves financially, they're pulling people in.
Yes.
To collaborate and purchase things and buy teams, buy organizations, even becoming like the Elon Musk, that high level.
Jessica says, ladies, y'all on the right track. Amen, sisters. No, they have a better soul. Yes. So own it.
Yes.
Own it. Because quit standing around and complaining.
Yes.
Standing around and saying, well, they didn't cancel Kanye when he talked about slavery was a choice. And they didn't cancel him when he called Harriet Tubman. She didn't really flee the slaves. And they didn't cancel when he said George Floyd killed himself. Yeah. They didn't cancel when he wore a White Lives Matter shirt. As soon as he say something about the Jews, they cancel him. You're darn right. If I'm a Jewish man and I own a bank, cancel.
But you know what? Those were seeds that was leading to this.
Mark Zuckerberg, you think you're going to get on Facebook and Instagram and say DEFCON 3? Get out from my platform.
It's like, I show you control. We cutting you out.
Adidas? Dang, he told on us. We really don't care. We're a German company founded by Nazis. We don't care that he said something, but we're getting so much pressure by these doggone Jews.
Know who told
cancel them.
They talked about it on the news last night. I think it was it David Muir show?
Yes.
There is oh God, I wish I had wrote down the name. Oh, the music thing. Some of the music things is letting him go. It was one that's
not. Be Spotify.
Spotify is not letting.
Well, it should,
because it's the music.
It's the music.
It's like the R. Kelly situation.
No, you don't let
they gonna still dance and
because if you're gonna take him off, I want all of them. Jerry Lewis, what's his name? I don't know. I want Good Balls, whatever his name is. Goodness gracious, all of them come off. Elvis Presley with his 13-year-old bride. That's why they all of them. That. So if you're gonna do that, then everybody has to come off.
We do understand music and all the creativity from that music, the art.
As long as the song isn't saying that, then it stays on there.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I did hear that on the news. They're not going to not dismiss his music.
Exactly.
Because the music was in Black Adam.
And I'm still singing, I don't care, you ain't messing with a broke. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down.
No matter what goes on in his life, I'm going to still jam to that.
I'm still listening to Kanye.
Yeah. So I do understand.
But y'all have to separate.
Yeah.
People don't separate.
Some people don't. Some people was even with the Nike situation back in how long ago, they was burning their Nikes on TV and stuff.
But
Nike said we ain't stepping down on that situation that happened a year ago.
If he would have listened to Damon Dash, Gap would have said, we no longer want you. And he could have said, okay, well, give me $2 billion and pay me out of what I owe. And he'll still be a billionaire.
Yeah.
If he would have did what Damon said and Adidas had to give him some equity, okay, you don't want me anymore, fine. Go ahead and give me $10 billion and you can get rid of me.
You said that he's not listening to people that don't make as much as he do.
Well, I guess Damon don't make as much as him, but he respects Damon, so he should have listened to him.
Okay. Well,
so let's see what happens.
Okay, thank you for bringing this story up because it just makes me proud to see that,
don't it?
Oh,
and you keep saying, even though you keep laughing at him,
for real,
LeBron buying up everything.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with LeBron.
All right,
buying everything.
leave him alone.
And
LeBron buying everything.
We sitting in the movie theater, and the next movie that's coming out that they advertising, a house party, is it?
LeBron,
his house. The house party is
at his house.
They look at holograms of LeBron talking. Then he encourages himself. Man, I like that. I'm like, LeBron, we ain't mad at you, my brother.
Yes.
Keep it moving.
Wendy says Byron Allen. Yes. move differently.
Yes.
Then when you acquire that power, see, my dear, Tyler Perry have a studio, and they filmed at your studio.
Yes.
White shows,
He's
black
back
shows,
Sister Act 3.
sister, all these things, so that it's not so easy to say, "Oh, you said something I don't like. See you later." But the problem with that is, I can't even see him saying something that crazy. But Tyler Perry,
No, he don't have time.
I'm making money, dude. I ain't got time to be doing all of that.
What is it?
I don't mind. It's the devil's playground.
I think Kanye had too much time on his hands. When you are busy, moving, Kevin Durant
We making
moving,
moves.
you don't have time to even sit down and talk
And
and have discussions talking about other people.
And believe
'Cause
it
you're
or
just
not,
busy.
Believe it or not, Beyonce and Jay-Z own a lot too.
Yeah. Some of them not even tooting their own horn.
Jeezy
on what they
said,
own.
the rapper Jeezy, he said, y'all don't even know how much money I make. He said, I own half of Atlanta.
See,
Y'all don't even know what, that's how you do it.
just keep it moving.
You do it.
Every
You
door
shock
that
people.
opens.
You shock people.
You don't have time to sit there and be jealous.
I didn't know you own Comiskey Park. Yes, I bought it 10 years ago.
You own Comiskey Park?
Yes. I bought it 10 years ago.
I bought the such and such stock out, and I own that company now.
I know they sold the Sears Tower. You own part of the Sears Tower?
I do.
Yes.
I don't have time to sit and talk about other ethnic groups and what's going on in their lives because I'm making it happen. When God gives me favor, I'm going to move in it.
And each year, I own part of the Sears Tower, and each year we give out 10,000 scholarships to inner city kids and pay their full scholarship through HBCUs.
Yes.
That's what I want to hear. Not that you have a larger penis than Pete Davidson. And your daughter's kidnapped from a billionaire.
He has no time all this time to talk about this.
Talk about that.
Oh, poor guy.
So let's pray for him.
But thank you.
Hopefully he won't be worth $30,000 next month.
No, it's going to take a lot of humility, a lot of humbling. But thank you for bringing this story up.
Thank you.
A lot of things is happening in Baltimore.
Moving. Black
in
people
Baltimore.
doing stuff. I love it.
Go ahead.
And not only doing stuff, but reaching back and pulling up the young black kids that's in the hood.
Yes.
Those young urban kids that need that hand. Because we have watched, I don't even know how many young people that our organizations that we have been in have given scholarships to. Young, vibrant, just smart kids. And you like when they talk and you just like, oh my God. And next year they have to drop out because they don't have no money.
I know. Well,
they come from a single mom and she can't keep them 4 years in college.
Or even
just a brilliant mind. And I'm not even going to say who lives near us. Who we was like, yes.
For what?
Scholarship.
Okay.
Smart, brilliant. She didn't even finish. No money. She had to come back home and work. I don't even think she ever went back.
And I know there's one of our sororities there.
Just smart.
My mother and daughter has an organization that teaches workshops and teach the kids on how to get scholarships.
Yes.
She said she had low GPA, 2.5 or 2.2 or something. She got grants. She got scholarships. And she said, not to condone a low grade, but she was sharing that with the kids at a workshop. She said, you guys, there's so much money out there, especially as African-American kids of color. I love that her mom started this organization.
Teaches them how to tap into that money.
Yes.
Those are people, if I had the money that Kanye had, I would have been poured into these organizations.
Yes, left and right. I love it.
They in the trenches. These are people in the trenches. I know men personally that are in the trenches with young black men.
Yes.
That they are in the high school with them.
Yes.
Teaching them how to be men. Teaching them how to...
Starting young.
Yes.
Not just high school. Starting younger than that.
Helping old ladies cross the street. Back in the day. Remember how they would help old ladies cross? Get up if you see an old lady. Let her sit down. Help her out.
Community service. Yeah.
Respect these young black girls. I don't care if they are twerking and acting stupid in front of you.
Yeah. So
you be a man and if you set the course as a man, she'll follow. Ain't nobody gonna be twerking and shaking her butt in front of you, and you a man. Girl, go put some clothes on. A man saying that? Yeah. Can you imagine the guy who every girl likes in school? I'm not into that.
Ooh, and that would just blow
all of a sudden, no twerking on campus. He's not into it.
Oh my God, he's setting the tone for how he.
All of a sudden, and little baby saying BBLs and he don't like them no more. Now girls going to take BBLs out. You know what? Because the rapper, little baby said BBLs ain't in it no more. I don't dig that no more.
It takes one. So to get it moving, it takes just
one. That's what we do. I love it. Okay. That's why I put that on.
Digress, but go ahead.
Jessica said, "Don't never give up." Wendy said, "Berry Gordy was the man." Yes, Berry Gordy set that as far as building artists.
Yes.
From the ground up. He's take a snaggletooth person and turn him into a celebrity.
And I love when people are starting their own labels.
Yes.
I didn't know that Erica.
Well, you still got distribution.
Did it? I know.
I know. And that's what Kanye. He has his own label, Good Music, but it was distributed through Def Jam, and they cut ties. Yeah. You gonna be selling your records out of the back of your trunk.
In the trunk. On the ground.
All right. Daryl Brooks found guilty on all 76 counts in Makisha Christmas parade murder. That's the guy who was
represented himself
and was driving the judge crazy. You see why she was the best judge for that?
They said she had to because she didn't want to give any opportunity for him to say he was not given a fair trial. That they would whatever the other things would happen as far as legally.
Yeah,
he can say that he was mistreated.
Yes,
they didn't listen to him. She listened.
She let him get ridiculous.
That man crazy.
Because she knew once you're done, I want this to go very quickly. No jury in the world is going to find you innocent.
No.
Let's hurry up and get rid of you.
Yes.
And then you'll really get told what to do when you go to prison.
Yes.
So she helped get this trial through. Very good judge. Didn't think I would ever say very good judge, but I did.
She went through it.
She went through it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get good judges and sometimes you get not so good judges.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was a good judge.
We're looking from the outside looking in. A lot of us don't know what could be involved in the whole case.
Yes.
Even when you're representing yourself.
Yes. So very good judge.
She probably at home just letting her hair down. She went to probably make went on a vacation.
Everybody's sick of him. So let him go to jail.
I thought when somebody has mental issues that they go somewhere else.
I don't think he has mental issues.
You don't think he's mental?
Again, what do you say mental? If you able to stand trial and you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth,
so there's some
you can stand trial.
So mentally he can be okay, but there's some behavior issues.
First of all, for you to kill somebody, you can't be mentally stable. So everybody there probably got some mental issues in prison.
Yeah.
But can you understand? Can you comprehend? You don't need to go to a mental institution.
Maybe there's some anger problems.
Exactly.
Anger issues,
you going to prison.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying to you.
You'll learn there, though.
Right. So that was that one.
Okay.
And this is your donkey of the day.
How you on time?
2 minutes over.
Okay.
We're done. This donkey of the day.
Good.
North Carolina sheriff.
Donkey of the days.
Well, let me say before Wendy says they all had to go to charm school. That was Motown. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, donkey of the day. North Carolina Sheriff Jody Green resigns after racist remarks about black employees unearthed. This man was caught on tape saying that, let me just read what he said. A North Carolina sheriff resigned Monday after officials unearthed a damning phone call of the elected officials spouting racist and vulgar language. Former Columbus County Sheriff Jody Green said in 2019 he was going to clean house of the black bastards in his office. Out of fear, several black employees were undermining his authority as sheriff, according to Columbus County District Attorney's Office petition filed Friday. Tomorrow's gonna be a new effing day, Green told an unidentified individual on the phone. I'm still the mother effing sheriff. And I'll go up and fire every blank effing them black bastards. They think I'm scared. They're stupid. I don't know what else to do with it. So it's just time to clean them out. All while the other guy recording him and getting ready to go send it over to him. Okay. But guess why this got dunked the other day?
Why?
Charlemagne wanted to show, even though he was on tape saying this, they didn't even let him go.
What do you mean they didn't let him
They
go?
didn't fire him. The city of North Carolina didn't even fire him.
Oh my, what city is this?
I don't know. It's on here somewhere.
Okay.
But they didn't fire him. It's in North Carolina. Okay. Columbus County Sheriff.
Wow.
The black sheriffs.
I'm glad I didn't run into him when we were in North Carolina and I had my car accident.
The black sheriffs.
Could have been him. Ugh.
Right. The black sheriffs put a petition, not sheriffs, the guys that work for the sheriff. Sheriff.
They work for the...
Put a petition to fire him. They still didn't fire him.
Okay, what was their reason?
Well, he's showing this to show the same thing with
who was it?
Kanye.
Oh.
When people keep saying, why didn't Adidas get rid of him? Why didn't
okay.
Why, because they didn't do that when he was talking about black people. They don't care
if you
about you,
black folks,
because you have no power.
None.
That's
why the Black Lives Matter should have been 2. I always say 2. Really hits these types of situations. Black Lives Matter too, you guys. Let him go. He was not right with how he talked about him. Let him go. We matter too.
Yep.
Hey.
The only time they came after him is when it became more public.
Oh, gee.
And the media started talking about it.
Oh, see.
And now he resigned because he knew he was going to get fired.
Do you know that
pressure?
The sad thing about it, you guys, and we can all say this, those of you who are over a certain age, don't just take you back to some years when things was hidden. Nobody knew about it. You didn't have a voice.
Nothing.
The black folks didn't have a voice. The people of color didn't have a voice. These little things always happen. They would even take you in the backwoods and hang you.
And he said, Charlemagne said about the Jewish thing, it didn't matter whether you was a Jew from New York or a Jewish person from the South or a Jewish person from whatever. We don't want to hear it. Take it off. And we won't do business with you if you keep him as on there. They came together. Black people don't do that.
No, they don't.
Even when Kanye said slavery was a choice, there was black people that said, well, he's a free thinker. Let him think what he wants.
His creative juices are flowing.
He's creative. Oh, well, Harriet Tubman didn't really feed the slaves. Well, you can feel that way. Everybody don't like Harriet Tubman.
Right,
we all don't have to like Harriet
How
Tubman.
we know that how many people she did free?
Oh, well, white lives matter. Well, he said he wore it for a joke, so leave him alone. It was a joke. I mean, can't you guys take a joke? Well, George Floyd killed himself.
Well, Candace
said that.
He was just kind of agreeing with him.
So maybe, DEFCON 3 to the Jews.
Blow it off.
DEFCON 3 to the Jews.
That's it.
Get out of here.
Shut him down. Shut him down.
Yeah, but he was telling it as a joke. We don't care. Then all the pictures come out of the Holocaust.
Yes.
All the pictures come out of their grandmother and their grandfather who suffered and all of this. We don't want it to happen again. I don't care. And then when the Nazis put the sign up and the banner over the thing, that was the final straw.
That's it. But this man, this North Carolina sheriff,
they didn't even fire him.
Remarks, okay, we are firing teachers. They just fired a teacher in the Chicago area for making a racist comment. They just fired another teacher.
You know
for
why?
Putting them on a hit list.
You know why? Because the mayor of Chicago does not play.
This man, what city he live in?
Well, they said this.
Oh my goodness! I know you said it, Columbus County, whatever.
Right.
For him to go, he just had a bad day. He didn't get no good sleep that night.
Not
and then he'll
anymore.
come on back into work and clock in and keep on moving.
It wasn't until pressure.
Oh my goodness!
Until pressure hit him, he had to resign.
He
He
had to
didn't even
resign.
get fired. He resigned.
Oh,
because he probably wanted his pension. We know that allegedly.
because if he get fired, he may lose it.
Right. So we know he left because he knew what was getting ready to happen. But pressure. So stop complaining, black people. Stop allowing people to call black women nappy-headed hoes. And stop allowing the disrespect of black women. disrespect of anybody if you African American, and stop allowing it. Don't buy. Don't go. Make them sit and take their careers away from them.
Remember one of our
and quit complaining.
One of our sorority sisters was telling us the situation that had happened with one of these. I'm not going to say names of this major insurance company, and she working there in a high position as a Black woman saw some things and transpired. Saw that this insurance company, they did a racial thing when it came to claims coming in. Claims being denied for Black people, but certain claims was also accepted for whites.
And you can't say the name of the insurance company.
I can't say the name of it.
She's an attorney that's working on the case right now.
So she was inside.
And it's a major insurance company.
And they were going to let her go. But when she filed that complaint and had receipts showing, this is a major insurance company.
It's probably going to come out.
So there's still a lot of companies that are doing inside.
When you guys see, when this story
racism.
come out, remember we told you that it's a major insurance company.
Yes.
That filters Black claims differently
versus white claims.
And there's a lawsuit
Systemic
going on.
Racism is real.
And it's a lawsuit going on.
Yes. Yeah. So I think the NAACP and others are on board with this. So it's just, when I listen to this person when I listen to people like Candace Owens say, Black people, you just need to pull yourselves up by your own bootstraps. We need advocates.
You need to pull. That's why she a house Negro. When we got attorneys inside of insurance companies telling you they filter your claim differently. Don't tell people to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps.
And we know the stories of course, one of my friends of the family.
So ignorant.
Interracial couple. She goes to look at a house in a community. Not for sale. Or whatever they told her.
We really got to say that
she
that's
had
still
to send
going
her
on.
white husband.
Do y'all really
to do the sale?
And the Black people that irritate me are the most are the ones that say, "Well, that's not really going on right now." This isn't the 1960s.
There's special news reports that's even talk about systemic racism, even in the house buying.
This isn't the 1960s.
Oh, God.
We've progressed so much more. There's no racism. Oh, there's the white man's going to please holding you down.
No. This is
the boogeyman is holding you down.
No, this is what they say. You have a Black president. What more do you want? You had a Black president.
And I had a friend, I'm not even going to say his name, working at a white company, small company, mom, pa type of company, but $1 million.
Yeah.
Brilliant math, engineering.
Very smart.
They had them painting the rooms in the offices.
This dude can even write the programs that
the only Black man there.
Got him painting.
And he know more than the people that they have over here.
He knows more than the owner because it was a private company.
So if it was about money and about making money, I don't care what color you are. You're gonna help me progress.
I
want you with the books. You over there with the paintbrush. Come here.
Isn't that sad?
I want you with, but because if you are a racist and you own a company, you can get away with it.
But that last story did hurt. The fact that they did not get rid of that man.
No.
All that was said. No. That was really vulgar and mean.
And they had a petition. It had to take them walking out and news media to pick up on it. For them to say, oh, wow, what's going on?
Now you got to shoot a story to the news people. My friend did. She shot her story. She was I'm not saying no names. She was what do you call it when the stealing of the Kias and stuff? It was the Kia and the Hyundai. Hers was stolen.
Right.
And she had to deal with her insurance company acting crazy, the men who move your cars acting crazy. She got local channel person in there. They started acting right then. They started listening.
They filter major insurance company.
Yeah.
Filter your insurance claims differently. Depending on your race.
Depending on your race. You get some of your claims are denied, some don't get as much money.
All right.
Isn't that sad? System. It's in the system.
It's in the system.
Yeah. So, okay.
This man
wasn't in the system. This is outward. This is out in your face racism. It's like,
on film.
The sheriff. This is in your face. This is the man
can you
who pulls
imagine
over people, and you're like,
and you saying you want to get rid of all the black bastards, and then he pulled suck me over. I'm a black bastard.
I know. You may treat me differently. I may get a Floyd treatment. Maybe not the knee on my neck, but you may do something else.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
You got anything else?
Mm-hmm. So no.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Always believe. What?
Any comments we leading? Okay.